babu mkongwe kigaga amona banda bange eriko kuri binta sobwangu litukelyo enekia nkobe kole chibeza chawo asesime iko wakana kash likwangu yobokolli yakogera abantu niko barabe abange kikima uru supersunige gutuka uru complex barabale na credit bank Kisi Town asamange bakiresimiase namba 01111 61500 Bosire balikire uchase email info@ourusuperstores.com Nincho twenyore sukuku ya mapema Ouru Superstores Limited, guaranteed quality product at lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Mwanchumo lya bweta TV kera litikolie ikiana na mwana litikolie Jumanne Chinsa Ibere na Chinsa nyeni gotokomera naye elitwa ko manyonsi bunakolekanire kurwa Chinkongo au
Nime Ekemanyererio Jumanne na nigora bego kumirana na Chinsa Everlyne Osero
na Chinsa Bosire
tokubwatira nabari kibaito ro kumanyanara yabereka watka kurwa se Chinsinyo ai mesi ya Kenya na se orogongo rwa gusi
nyorobo igontunyara ko batogo twara baraya na mwana kurwa sensemelia ya gesiasa komulekeronsi buranyara ko bakao kolekana ime na isiko yensi ya Kenya
kira litkoria Jumanne ime Ekemanyererio Jumanne ime yetaya TV
oborabu wa gusi
Ouru Superstores kisige kubwatira na moneta ya TV nigo bakwaletera Black Friday ijuma itariki 23 omochenye 11 mwaka yoiga nichwe wanyorere bintu aho awasiriguri liri samora bunabono boshibo kuruga amono bamandasi amabuta yokoro chindagara chosya chiyo oraganie Chisabune, echumbi, amabati, emeito, chisimite, esukari, chitangi, amune binde binge aserigoli, jamobuko. Breakdance nigera letu asemore, naman pepe sagero, DJ Cash, babu mkongwe kigaga, amona banda bange. Eriko kuri binta sobwangu litukelyo enekia nkobe kole chibeza chawo asesime iko wakana kash kwangu yobokolli yakogera abantu niko barabe abange kikima Ouru Supersunige gutuka Ouru complex barabale na credit bank Kisi Town asamange bakiresimiase namba 01111 61500 Bosire balikire uchase email info@ourusuperstores.com Nincho twenyore sukuku ya mapema Ouru Superstores Limited, guaranteed quality product at lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani.
Etaya TV oborabu wagusi
Mwanchumo ligereria litkeligali Jumanne setwanyara kabatokwe aligania nkagaretera be Jumanne yo mwelike Ibere Everlyne asumutinyi komina mu mwaka w'ikiri 2025 mangana mange sana gendereta okolekana kurwase county ya Nyamira mangana yo ku mwaka isikomo governor naboiga mangana by election asiwodi sato amonensi ya Kenya igatianda manga to mwaliganiro mwanchumo ligereria Ekemanyererio Jumanne Chinsa Ibere
mwanchumo ligereria manga bereka okolekana bono kurubaga kiete tobere tukubwate nabari kibaito na gusangereria mange kurwa Chinsinyo au ekero twachire gaire tukumanye asenchira ere yobikira nukore nri tan kegima gatranyore gatiare tukwarigenere tia senchira ere yobinge.
His Excellency Honorable Ekemanyererio, the Governor of Nyamira County, from office by way of impeachment, has now carried the day.
Aba MCA 23 okorwa se county ya Nyamira nigo bakire kura yo ku mwaka isikomo Governor Ekemanyererio jingakie kina kiaye bono kiragende ase bunge ye Senate. Governor bwe county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati nigabolire kyombe kyobo tukikia EACC gotuka chinchiro munyakonda onyatwa bagakwa gache wingo sense moyenye gitali ya nyangitego toka senye gitali ne ya KTRH enyatwa bagakwa gachu chinchira kitali chindonge aseno onye nabo abaruwaire gwetanie miemo banyara ko bakoigoriro koronye gitali batakane tikende gyonsi.
When we talk of the 16 days of activism, it starts today, being the day that we mark the end domestic violence.
Nabo bwatani kurwase county ya Kisii nigo bachakia matuko 15 na limo yoko gikeria okunereri wana bayigo kisegi chege nkago se 16 days of activism. To kwariania Ekemanyererio Jumanne Chinsa Ibere senchira yobo ikerano nchini gonkoro kwa Bosire.
Ibere Everlyne Osero Joshua utanero kuyareta sensemo y'Ekemanyererio.
Nigo togo chake Ekemanyererio Jumanne Chinsa Ibere na robotirwa yogero Peter wa sago tumanyibuna aba MCA 23 okorwa se bunge county ya Nyamira nigo bake kura yo komurusia bisyo mugabana bwe county yo mweshimiwa Ekemanyererio umurubire nyara ko bakuwikiranwa amonaba wakili kurwa sensemelia yo kumwegerera umugabana Nyaribo ase ensemeyo
bonengane yo nigera chego ikiwa ase bunke ye Senate na nyora ya nigagocha magega yomo ingana yo kumurusia bisyo mugabana Nyaribo go ikiwa bosibwe bunke yo no MCA wodi abanyamatuta Julius Matwere ase Nyaribo akomochiwa no butumike obebu yabisi egati yaba mochande
muri kitogero Peter naro tuchakire robotirwa sinchiro yo wikirana
Nasa magacha manene ye bunge ya Nyamira bwasaba MCA 23 ase ntunda ya gatatu baba wake kura yoko morusi abese mugabana bwe county ya Nyamira Ekemanyererio Dadios Nyabaro Ndubi AKM7 nomonogeli bwe bunge ya Nyamira.
Total number of the votes cast 23. Yes votes that who voted for the yes 23. No votes 0. Abstain 0. Total number of valid votes cast 23. Members and the threshold of impeachment of the governor is 2/3. And this, in this case, 2/3 of the total numbers of the county assembly is 21.1. But there is no half a person. As per the votes cast here, 23. Honorable members, the report on the removal of His Excellency Honorable Ekemanyererio, the Governor of Nyamira County, from office by way of impeachment has now carried the day.
No nyirabo monogeli Dadios Nyabaro nigo bagakoraria oko impeach wa ko mugabana Ekemanyererio.
Honorable members, His Excellency Honorable Amos Kimuomi, the Governor of Nyamira County, now stands impeached.
Mheshimiwa Julius Kimwomi Matwere n'omwemse kurase wodi ya Bunyamatuta yobeteka kuikia hoja yokomurusia bisyo mugavana we county ya Nyamira Amos Kimwomi Nyaribo,
aware that the standing orders of the County Assembly of Nyamira and the standing orders of the Senate provide the procedural framework for such a motion, cognizant of the fact that all state officers are required to act within and in accordance with the constitution and laws, exercise authority and perform public functions with respect and honor, be accountable to the public for their decisions and actions, and use public funds in accordance with the Constitution and the law. Noting with grave concern that His Excellency Amos Kimwomi, Governor of Nyamira County, has not just strayed, but has galloped outside the confines of the Constitution, brazenly circumvented the laws, grossly violated the Constitution, failed to guard public funds, and deliberately executed corrupt practices in management of county affairs, leading to massive loss of public funds, Mr. Speaker. Now, therefore, I, the undersigned member of the County Assembly of Nyamira, move the motion for the removal of His Excellency Amos Kimwomi from office of County Governor, Nyamira County, by way of impeachment. Honorable Speaker, I now proceed to state the grounds for impeachment.
Na sensemo ya bawakilishi kurwa sensemo yo mugavana we county ya Nyamira Amos Kimwomi Nyaribo.
This is the third time an impeachment motion is being moved against the governor. That notwithstanding, it's just a corner in the road, not the end of the road. The governor has diligently discharged his duties to the great county of Nyamira. He served his constituents selflessly. There is no constituent of Nyamira who's ever moved to impeach the governor, save for one who's vested with office. The governor has worked selflessly to ensure that the constituents of Nyamira fully enjoy the fruits of devolution. Mr. Speaker, the definition of gross violation laid out in paragraph 233(2), it says it's not every violation or breach of the Constitution that is or can lead to the removal of a governor. Not every. When you look at this, it's under those not every. They cannot lead to the removal of the governor.
Nigo aba MCA 23 babagwake kura yokomurusia bisyo mugavana we county ya Nyamira Amos Kimwomi Nyaribo ase ntunda ya gatatu ase county ya Nyamira. Guripoti ya Eta Television kurwasa magacha manene ye bunge ya Nyamira yegotoka se bunge ya West Magirango imeye county ya Nyamira lietaliana igonkoro kwa Ogero Peter.
Emono sana mulikito Ogero Peter no roboti urwase nchira yobo ikirano. Togotigana nayo mu gavana we county ya Kisii Muske Paul Simbarati nigabolire keombe gyokurwani obokurumi EACC kwanekia bunanko bwaterana balena babwatani bande eliyo kwanekia okubeko biara kwa banta obalingi mayiga yokwagachwa kwa magacha nyangito imenya gitali ya Kisii Teaching and Referral ayabetebekana hatali amaikirano bunanya tukabaka kwagachwa
kukwana senya gitali yo gavana Simbanigo aichanire chinchere nyombe yo yagache twena kubeka magima abantu wetani chimi sana Sacco nonyana bonigo abaroire bonsi abuo konyora babwendre baba bakoigorerwa batari wakanera kende eriyo kwena libaga gucia samagacha yokoringori wa boikerano
namagacho abetega kwagacho myaka 3 yaitire ayo abereka okonya barwaire buna chiwoda sensemo ya nyangito imenya gitali nene ya Kisii Teaching and Referral ayori tkolia rero serikali ya county ya Kisii yabeterirwa guterenia obokoreri bwaye asekere buna nigo bwagachi bwaye butaikiranite birengo biribiganeire asaba manyi ao baboritie serikali ya county guterenia obokoreri bwaye rimorioka
Nikamwambia, alisema kwamba hiyo building watu watolewe ndani. Gitao alisema hapana, atuongee mambo mengine, watu watoke ndani kwanza. Kama mlitolewa hapo ndani ndio sababu, kwa sababu hiyo building hiyo uzito iko hapo, ingeanguka na iue watu 500. Wale wagonjwa wako hapo ndani walikuwa hapo ni 500. Nashukuru engineer kwa sababu ya hiyo action ambayo ulichukua. Amenionyesha ivumbi litengeneza hizo columns.
Asengencho iyo nigo mugavana bwe county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati aborire kiumbekerio kurwanya obukurume mensi ya Kenya gya EACC kuimuka igetambukiro kia bwango erimanyekane bari babete bagoikirania emirimo eye gotebekana etarenge meikirano eyo ekobeka magima y'abarwaire gwetana chimia isano asabe.
Kwanzia kwa sababu wako siku 10 hapa, I've directed, tumeandikia EACC na vitengo vingine zote zihakikisha zimehusika kuangalia ni nani alilala katika kazi. Miaka 8 nyumba hii ghorofa karibu 5 haiwezi kwamba imeharibika. Hapa kila mtu atakimbia mbio zake. Hii ni pesa ya mwananchi ambayo itaenda chini. Hiyo building yote itaanguka. Wameniambia gavana usiingie ndani. Ezekana ianguke alafu county iko imeishi.
Boigo gavana Arati nigaruge kure getinde gochia sondo betega kubwatirana so goikirania obwagachi obwo botaikiraneti uradigara chiko imukiri getambukiro korengana nerichiko wanjereria konde gotaiyo
romino abe mwisiko mino abe tato mino abe musacho wagachite mata mabira takalitu taiyo anye ndio monta kwete mate gaiga kagatima etimiriro ky'abantu bali abantu bali mate gari ward 500 manyana buto arusiyoro
igoboigo ense ya serikali ya county ya Kisii abarwaire gwetania 120 abukonyora babwenire baigorerwa batari gwakanira kende eri goikirania gochika kwa bamanyi au bachigeto gotiga gutumika kwa magacha yori morioka.
Niliamua kwamba niwaachilie ninyi leo hiyo bilioni yote, hiyo bili yote serikali ya county itasimamia, muende nyumbani.
Asomo igo iyo boigo rigo mugavana Arati achake bene chimashini chinya chia CT scan echo chire chibirengo bya igoro mono eligo chikokonya sabarwaire kurwase county ya Kisii na boigo chin county chinde echo chibebekaine
igega twatwalire ndo CT scan enya bangana wako x-ray skoga ali ndimo baso wako x-ray na ro riga igekenya na igora lero 128 kabiri konyore yere roro na chiro na ro mugaka getororo ondega gavana nga akwicha nainche ikiara ndo nyinga na abwendre ikiere machine ile ekoro kimpoke meki kende nke yoga ile county gaiga county ngi private kibwa machine.
Ko reporter yeta TV korega senya gitari nene ya Kisii tichingane refaro nchini ko mkoro kwa Eric Maube.
Kinga kechecho mo gavana bwe county ya Kisii Muskara tinga ikirana sigi karon hekyo kyariganetiwe ne benki enene ya World Bank eri okwanira magendero naboigo emeroberi asiji department icho.
Gavana Arati niga tebabune serikali ya county ya Kisii nseburayibwaye nigo yerwete kegima asoko bwatirana na kubeko mokya eri okinya chi sector au
solar powered cooling system to reduce milk spoilage and improve farmers' earning, strengthening cooperative governance and market leakage through training and digital system. On banana, development of banana processing and market hub for flour, other banana products and fiber extension. And this is what we are calling bakeries. In all, we have around 10 bakeries that we want to set up in 10 sub-counties. And out of these, we'll be employing close to 300 women. And I'm particular on these women, because the women are the backbone of our society. These are the people who have supported the society as it is, especially the widows. Therefore, out of the 10 bakeries, we'll be having close to 300 women, 30 in every bakery, to support their families. And we want to do it even in 6 months. 6 months so that there is a big intake of these women, so that every person enjoys the fruits of the pollution, as it were, and the fruits of local. Last not least, moving forward, the county will strengthen the technical oversight and safeguards the screening, improve monitoring and supervision framework, and enhance community engagement and the feedback mechanism. Future plans, ladies and gentlemen, strengthen value addition, milk value chain, banana, but may talk about milk, establishing county milk processing and packaging facility to support farmers cooperatives. We are doing it here at ATC. We're going to do collections from the wards and process. The first client is the county itself. The county will be buying the milk. Therefore, there is no time that a farmer will produce milk and it cannot get into the market. Will buy and will give their children. That's actually our plan.
Wanchumari ya togotigana na roboti onigo tokwanda so roboti ronda gwa stoko manyigubuna morobeli obo matuko 15 na limo yokorwa ne kisegi chige nkago 16 days of activism against GBV nigo chaki wabene me county ya Kisii asekerenga gyokorwanirira obwene bwabali babeire bakonereriwa asichinchera aona kwene kyabuna hebikole byongo ikabire homwelio
kokwana nigo ababwatani au baganiriya abantu wakachiro voti kinga kibabwataraniwe nebikole byo kunereriwa elio konyora obokonyi okwana kinga kyecho nigo oyorengete kuri oyorengete kurwanirekero kyobo imerere pase county ya Kisii Morin Mora anigo abeire gako gania asekinga omorembe kwene kiwa asekinga kyonsi nakurire wochikurwanirira bangina nabo igo ebigori byonsi ekero asabiro omorembe kwene kiwa asekia mate
roboti urwa senchira yobo ikirano murwanyara koboro kwariganirwa no muri kito kefa ningo Bosire
asekirianga nigo mwonya bantu egwetera mange asechinka chiabisi no nyango etera semetandao nigo ababwatani be sekta yobo chenu nerie ya agenda bachake bene matuko 15 na limo yokorobo semia igoro yechinchira chokorwan chisegi chegenka boigo kunererwa
abasubati eise gotoka nga kwa kiruno mogako oise gotoka maybe umwana obaire raped gosekorora kende yonsi ke kubusikana na gender based violence etoko basaba mo ake report ekera most of the time why we are doing this our awareness is because we want everyone to know that they can at least get help if you have a problem at home, you're being beaten by your husband or you're being emotionally abused, you can always come for support. Na bako kenda police report na bako kendo report ase omo chief
ekerengane gaya GBV genderete kugikirwani kubona serikali ya county ya Kisii yarere kubwatirana na kero yomo eriogo kyani chisegi okunerwa bo igogo sarwa ku mwana munyaruka.
It is a wake up call for all of us as a county, as stakeholders, state, the government and even the non-governmental organizations to join hands and mitigate measures or bring up mitigation measures that is going to end GBV in our community. We know that this GBV is being propagated by some retrogressive cultural practices that it is high time for all of us to really come up and pull our sleeves on the same. So I want to appreciate each and every one of us who has come here today. We've been flagged by the county commissioner on the same, and we look forward for a fruitful 16 days of activism. And on the 10th of December, I want to believe all of us will also converge to celebrate the human rights activists here in Kisii County.
Moro samono tiga to dote mo magana na tuwena ta ko kora otherwise abangina onyo ko ga wita bosonya kora ndo mo gene ipa yao yewa kindly report
nengana boigo yanyar kobge kwegwa koboko na barai oyo bango igamo ori ni mora oyo oreneganga yokoriye kerogo kyobo wimenere pase county ya Kisii oyo aseri tukeri gari kurwana GBV osabire chinyomba ko bano morembe ekara boigo harokana kumwegera mwana munyaruka ababura kana boigo abana chintakana.
Leo tunasherekea International Gender Based Violence Day. Tunaomba wazee wetu na kina mama nyumbani mkae na amani. Tafadhali kukikuwa na shida nyumbani wacha tuketi tuongee. Tuko tayari kuwapigania kina mama banyinaba bora akani nche mama na chire ko barwanirira. Abana chintakana ninche mama na onda tayari ko barwanirira. Nimesema ni asante na tutatembea pamoja. Tumekuwa tukitembea pamoja na tutazidi kutembea pamoja.
Nigondare bomora gosenso bosobo namanyekaine amonero mbe yae bakoreta rogatigati yo mucyo bosongo eyo yarera chinsemo cyo masimba nyari bari masabe county ya Kisii. Kefanengo Bosire, Etaya TV.
Yamono sana mulikito Kefanengo Bosire na roboti uro togotikana nayo tokwenda so roboti ronde. Abananchi anemono abasaya mo na bali balense byombe nigo basemiwe so asichi Sacco ikiraba konye kanyora chibesi cya serikali ilibanyara kwa bakwegendelia anemono asama tukali motwe
bagokwana sege karoye kamati ya Sacco ya Gesima Community Driven Sacco iyego sirwa ni wizara yoboremi na boigo World Bank niga baraibe sake yo bateire buna ebesa ninyinge kwena none serikali iyeganeti abantu gosase byombe eriyo kwenyora asogokora chi project buna echoboremi na boigo obotugi
Mulikito Felix Nyakundi na roboti rwa sinchira yoboikerana
Sacco ya chagetigwe magaja gokore buya ase byombe abwase banyore togosira kurwa sebenge ya World Bank asebono bakwibwaterania hanene mono no bolemi bwechingencho chonsi na boigo byasara bunakweresera umunyakirogo Solomon Muturi.
Sacco yo ya chagete through sustainability eli arenge tobwato muratio narig ibine byombe byarenge byebolemi togakonywa na World Bank wakora they produced so well bakabono asichi division 20 this one came number 2 tukatebwa sustainability tochake gendo ikoro kwa Gesima Community Driven Sacco nere yetole ande yagenderere buyake togwebwata ni mono obolemi ebiashara kiregintu
Sacco ye yoboige gosirwa ne serikali gwetere wizara yobolemi nigo bono bakorwa basemia gochia sabasaye amune byombe igoro y'ikibesa kiri serikali kwenana kolende kirabaikire ekero basoire ase Sacco bune yeiga ya Gesima
ine Sacco takeire konye community ikiagera one igere initiated by the government through the Ministry of Agriculture abantu bete nabokora ngambara amanya ubuya bwe project yikiagera igero kwa community chinguru naenda serikali bintu binde mbire gocha gutuma gocha se community ikera program yigere Kenya wide or wards ni Kenya chire ntaruro areas
kurende ninge Sacco yebwateranete na kio
right now the water chivalue chain sana value chain yamo kusimaka chinyeni value chain ende gutuga chingoko value chain ende bulimi bwe butugi bwe chiombe value chain ende avocado value chain ende coffee serikali yebwate interest ne chiguru chikoro kunga youths bache igera employment is a big issue one serikali netumie this program egere youths babengage babe funded bakole ibintu biko bengage banyole income igo ya solve problem ya employment aya abantu bali challenged boyiko bali priority kera serikali yetegete ko bakonya
no buyo bwe Sacco mboro byobo buno bakweresera abanyakiumba abo babere bakonyoro bwito bonene gwetera chi project chiabo
Sacco ye igerengia mono ekonya sobolemi na bakwana obolemi bwa mono bwa mabere avocado chinyeni chingoko amatoke
ono iga nimbwate machine ongorosia silage igongo sichinziaga na paki igo World Bank yato ete jibeze na inde gatwapa ke bintu byo kupaki gatwa mariogo na bondo chinga wikira bono ye asitwa ikire tumeenda mbali nale gusaba iga ebyombe ne binge biresiko cyo nale gusaba nga abantu ba mintu bali bale byombe babwati certificate tigabaija igo bisi bereswe inkikere bere cheste deni ebyombe bigendere contribute egere banyole jibesichi cha World Bank
kare program etegete bakora chibese chigo chetera se committee korugu CDDC chetera se Sacco chiagenda se FPO yani korugu farmer producer organization bungabone isime society no mubwekano esani no mubwekano machenwa no mubwekano
Ginkorpotereta TV koroiga se chinse muchagesime chigotokemeye bunge ya Kitutu Masabe county ya Nyamira Inchem Felix Nyakunde
Amate mokuru wa Kenyoro kiabo kimweri nyamokenyeri se sublocation mokwerero ime ye county ya Kisii nigere birero maega yo mwana bogotoka gasuguna ine kurwa se nyomba ya igoro gasirite bogima ime mochie o Nairobi
Okwana nigo aba ya mate ya Moses Karani mumanyi we myaka 34 uyogo korubonchurire bokonye duka niga hata babuna litko Elias Retiobo gimanigo atabogete aigoro bonchurire bwaye buna botambe asi aba beteretie aba mate na gogose kuri yachinjira achigo swanyomba mwaye nakonyoraga suguna ine bana nigo basabire gosirwa asemeroberio yokomoenia
muri ketro sagini kerosi Thomas na robotirwa sinchira yo wikran
Agoro batebe tabuna kobogo kyana yaye aigama ke gaje bikuro amono borro byanyara ko babiko betanse ase kenyoro kyabo kimwiri nyamokenye magayo roboti go ikanga omusa omenyete Nairobi ogwate myaka 33 nigo anyarte gotoka osuna ine kurwa ase nyomba ya igoro nabo igosirite bugima bwaye kabisa
sasa marieta nkoro kurutia muramo manyi njende no gokumyo konene sogo siririgo umwana ono mutangi era nabwate muneta ya somochi narole gonkonya kende yasi narole ngomugakone ande narole ngomwana ono mutangi
ogwana ana eta television nigo mamo mwabagotebanga omusao yo nere konye batekemete asenkagabo bono mbametinga inkose kyabete umwana obagatoka osunguna ine kurwa sengoli igoro
ono ganyara kabogo sirira ali mutyo Nairobi igatoka se nyomba yayo ngentire ono timaetinga ingikia batekebe
Bono igani go bagosaba obokonyi korwa ase abarai banyarko babako bwete siabuna nchire mo kurusio mwana oyi Nairobi nabo goja kumweni ase nka abe gotoka nyamokenye bukimwere
akia bamate abasani abairi omo MCA mugabana omo MP akingo sabo bakonyi elinde nyarko banko marenta korwa ali Nairobi nyarko banko motinde kanka
Ize omusao yo nigo agotebanga omwana oyo nigo azireta sa tambe mono eyereme ya Nairobi bono gatabwa tikende Jonsi kranya kurusia omwana oyo Nairobi yeche komweni asenka yenka gaiga bukimwere
Jumanne Wilson nkanya mokenya ase gori tukuri korona na nyatro wako kona so kusiri omwana Moses Karani mumanyi yogete gusirira so mupye Nairobi bano kira bero gusira abeno gochano konege kora timbo atinamuna timbo atinchera ndero mwana mutangi twate meta senka gaiga bano bero gusira bano wanda sabe basenia wero wisas baraga nyo twara bokonyi wocha senka gaiga baba gotokonya gatunya koto muguru kuruwali gatunya gotokonya ni senka ga
nabo turi no goichana so mwana oyo gosirira ali mutyo Nairobi tato yo mwabo igara arwara akarara ase myaka 3 atari kwenyara bono ritwa gokire iso bwenire omwana ochire Nairobi ase ngenche okwerigeri otokire nyomba kya gesungeti kakieto gosaba ekenyoreke omo MCA omo MP simbarati mokonye nkeye egero omwana arusi ku Nairobi aiche aenigu
ono ngomwa mabira okonyo mochukuru yone aruna Nairobi achenka
akigabana Innocent obiri mukatorikio minto gakitokonye kiranyeke twanyorire nekeroro omwana ominto oitire nibo aberire nyagitari orarire nse myaka 3 gakitokonye ntobwati bobuigwe korusi moberori Nairobi ase ngecho omwana oya atogosete niga agenda achikorigi airanie nibo isa akora yaspiko rusi ko gaki
Boderia eta television ya bero bero wagusi amonensegima kurwa ekenyoro Kenya mokenye risa sub location mokwero location sameta sub county meyakisi county oyo no radio ino sagini kerose Thomas ukiona eta television ya elea ujue meundwa na watangazaji walioshamiri katika taaluma ya uandishi na utangazaji hadi Broadcasting House, Ethaya House, Kisumu Road, Nyamataro. Kwako studio.
Yamono sana mulikito sagini kirosi Thomas na roboti urwa sinchira yobo ikiranu. Maiga yokoborwa kwemeremo imensi ya Kenya na munasiga tiabasaye kurase bungi ya South Mugirango nigoli tukolia lero mulikito Kelvin ondelia tarira musao yo masiri tamos okage uyo nyara kwa bakago chake company yokorabia Chinsa Ibere cleaning company iyo anyarire kwa baga koherera bunani chikunyara kwa baga korosia mabaga sabasaye liribanyara kwa bakwegendereria
okwana chinga kyecho nigamiko Chinsa Ibere bagokera egetambukirikyo asibasabire abasaye kwebwa tania nimerimende yonsi yura bakonya kwegendereria ribaga yogochora emirimo
igati abasaye kurwase bungi ya South Mugirango mbanyara kworokyo magoko maiga yo musao yo masirita Amos Okage kunyara weso kia asokorosie company yue kunyara kurigiria na kunyara okorobo chenu asisemo awa sorogongo ruagusi
company, the new company in town. So ndo tumekujia pre-launch. Tuna welcome vijana, ni vijana na kazi, pesa bado ni zetu, si za wazee.
Tunafurahia kulaunchi kampuni ambayo ni Positive Impact Company Limited.
Leo kwa siku ya leo tuko hapa kwa sababu ya kulaunchi kampani yetu ya Positive Impact Company.
Hii ni maono nimekuwa nayo kwa muda wa miaka 3 sasa, na ninaona ya kwamba leo ni siku ile ambayo Mungu ameweza kuitimiza kulingana na vile alikuwa amepanga.
Abasayabo hamona musimbanya arakweranga nigo bacagetie kampuni eyo elyo gocha kurigiria abasaye kigasi asibunge yo maega ye kigasi kubura Chinsemo chorokongoruo
to kabisa kwa vijana ambao tunatafuta kazi. Unajua vijana si lazima etukuwe umesoma ndio upate kazi. Siku hizi ni ubunifu. Kazi kama hii yenye tumeanza saa hii inatupeleka mbali.
Kalau vijana wetu wasihangaike nje sana, wakuje tufanye kazi na wao, na hii ni kazi unafanya ukisoma. So vijana wenye mko nje tunaomba mkuje tushirikiane pamoja.
Abasaya ahombanya gusaba gutachori gasi na kunyara gwesokia na kwelikia so kora kigazi cy'amagoko irichinyare ko bakonya na koleta kinde ya semesa na kwegenderia silituko aselinde.
Na wale vijana wale ambao wako huko nje wanataka kazi wakuje tuweze kushirikiana kwa pamoja, waziweze kuhangaika pale nje, wakuje tusaidiane tupate kazi na ile malipo yenye tutapata tuweze kugawa pamoja na tusonge kama vijana.
Kwamba kijana kwamba at the end of the day you have something on your table. Pesa iwe kwa mfuko yako. So hii company ambayo tuna launch today sana we encourage vijana kwamba have a vision, kwa sababu wale ambao wamefungua hii company ni vijana sana, and we support such a vision.
Reverend Wilson Vulimo ujono basi nyara kweni kigo chakiwa gwe kampuni eyo na nyara gusaba serikali yenyare gusira abasaya abo hase chinchira aho ne banyara kwekendereria hase kigasi cyabo.
In our county government they need to look at such a small company ambazo zimeanza, whether it is our governors, even the MPs who are watching us right now live, kwamba such a small company ambao kijana amefanya bidii anaanzisha, they need to come up and chip up and support financially. If it means even those who are working with the World Bank, such a company, it needs your support.
Botiria bunge ya South Mugirango Ethaya TV Kevin Umbere.
Togotikana na roboti utoka nda so roboti ronda bwastoko maniguna nigegati yabamenyi kurase bunge abo basi baganirie abantu banyamira mayago se baganirie mayago subo choli bo chaka tarike 25 motinyo yego sirikole alamis aschiwodi sato asomo yego ira skinyara kabako korekana.
Niga kwana negativa basime ya echiro ya itumbe yotoka se sub county ya Sameta imeye county ya Kisii ase no nyana bo basabire abamenyikorwa se chi ward ye chasobo chore bafugo chigo korekana akwenekia obotoero no murembe chingaki echyo bako nabo kubachora abarayi bari barachwikirania amagenderero.
Sagani Kirosi Thomas na roboti urwa senchira yoikira.
buna enchera yemo yogosabira abantu banyamira omorembe nabo igobanyare gwaka chikuro chabo tara 27 asenjerengia niko korugatia basi banyare gotebanga abantu banyamira nabangaini nabo igotiga banyare gwaka chikura asenjerengia nande boigo asenjera yobasioko
chengo sabira abantu baminto banyamira muna tuatiekire kurigereria abantu baminto banyamira nabangaini nande so kuragera siasa tuacha tukakwane Kiswahili tugakora gukwana bono yege tutoligereti no buya bwo mugusi ndabo bono kujakera mambe uko no butuko bwala robogima paka mambe to goikarasa to gukwana nangakyo mugusi abwe na takomenya
oigo nigo bakomenta na gotebanga ase konya bare no hoteli bagendete kuragera kurende ase goikera bono iga hoteli anyarire kwera kero muntu anyarire kwera nankana boigo waka ekurase njerengi ya
igo na rekomenta na inde gotebanga utambe ekero muntu gwachire hoteli kwarageire marogoba ekarokoire na gokoire na gochinyumba igo anyane chibeso akoebwa ragera eyo no hotel lakini kumanyete ngali tukoli aramisi igo gosoa minto wake kurororo
waigo nigo banyale gotebia abantu banyamira asigori kirisa to engaki bakogenda gwakachikura mbabese kobogori kyobo kende kyonsi babese kolekana buna abantu bakogenda asesege
abantu banyamira mwakachikura no morembe mwimuke mambi mochoro morayo ino mobasiko enda ne byembo ebyoge as polling station nande mo basiko ba mo gwetana chikure kine cyenga kienke chikura kine nembo sikire 2027 ekinko era kire mwira nego kale bintamo muna banyamira bya mono
okogenda wake kura enda sobwororo kumanyete ngo buyigo bole asegetambuliso kelyo bwate ogenda goika asegetu wake kura ngoraigo asobubisyo bonene oirane igorende tomanyete ngo buyiborororo wabasabira amaya kero ya moga kogenda wakikura lituko lya ramisi
ono intuko basabaiga ekera abantu baminto banyamira mo uchuwaka jikura onde tabo golie nungu enungu yao ebegetambuliso de kura yao okogende getuo bekamache munwa muntu tanya gokungaira na kende genda ake kura yao oirane nyumba no komanyete ngo muntu mube oiga gochoro no muntu ri tajiti gwake kura egeko gero tajiti gwake kura orioga nititakonyora
jabuna rishakitine ndia bo basonyoni nyoni igongo tebya abantu banyamira county mwake kikura no morembe abantu bekerenyo na nyansiongo na nyamaiya mochoro murai bwekero rachiko bakorire bintebiya kibesa ngo tarakire nyamira sana gutuko no mugaso kiraete nyumba se nyumba lakini kiragere lakini mochoro murai bwebikora urachiko bakonya ekerenyo na nyansiongo na nyamaiya
Bodria ita television ya mero bora kwa kusi amone sengma kwa se juri ya Itumbe me ko sub location Itumbe location sameta sub county me akisi county oyo no morario ino sagini kerose Thomas ukiona ita television ya elea ujue miundo na watangazaji walioshamiri katika taaluma ya uandishi na utangazaji Happy Broadcasting House ita house kisi Kisumu Road Nyamataro kwako studio
Biamono sana togotigana nayo mwanchumo ligiria tokonda soro wote abastoko manyuguna ya bisi ya Director of Public Prosecution ODPP nsobora Wayerenso Nigonga nabo bisaba neneni go bikabosyo be committee ya Senate ya Cohesion Equal Opportunity and Integration iyo korawamo no Senate we county ya Marsabit Mohamed Said Chute iliyokoerera igoro yobo koreri anamano kurwa CBC yae
Igonga nigo aerera egati yemerobiro na makunguba wetrase okororobo koreri no bwene wekiranire monoko borwa we budget asboigo aigerera chinguru chekyombekyo asobokorera bwabo himeyense ya Kenya
Mulikito Josephat Makura murachana roboti urwasinchira yibwikirana
Magayeli boli kubekwa sebunge ya Senate no Senator Mochore Catherine Muma igoro yechingwana chimbe kyogwatana n'abakenya ase committee ya Senate ya Cohesion yatuli bagalio kubwatia ng'aneyo lituko lya lero nige abisi ya ODPP yekerana asokorera obukoreri bwaye.
The mandate of ODPP, as I've enumerated earlier, is to institute and prosecute criminal offenses. There isn't much ODPP can do before the investigative agencies carry out the mandate, because the DPP does not investigate. In some of those occasions, we have written to those agencies to investigate, but we cannot really direct them on how to investigate.
Committee yali komanya na kibago korobutuki bwabo.
This idea on influential leaders who often leverage on their positions and kind of public sympathy to subvert the legal process. We cannot leave it continue happening because as agencies, we have to stop it or we have to curb it. So how best do we approach it?
We offer ourselves as technical people in the law to sit with investigators so that we can guide them on the kind of evidence they need to gather, what thresholds are required for that kind of evidence to be admissible in a court of law.
Igonga ereserabuna abisi yaye nigo ire chibesa chinge eyerere mirimo yabo kogenda ngora mono.
You have something that is continual all the time, so that we don't look like we are planning for it as a knee-jerk reaction. Let us have it ongoing, so that even your team can demystify it to the populace at the grassroots.
I talked about budget. That is what hits us. Ordinarily, we're supposed to have this kind of engagement throughout the years. We don't wait when we have an election or a coming. It is because we don't have money. For us to run them, we must have money. That's what constrains us.
The organizations that came before us, all of them, are complaining about finances, budgetary constraint. And this is not that we don't have money. Yes, we have enough money, but the problem is how you allocate that money.
Asangana yebyombe binde bya serikali kukani chinguru cyoko bwatana koigorera abasalia ebina asegonga tebire lichikolia Kenya nigoliete ODPP chinguru chinene mono cyokokora enganejo.
National Cohesion and Integration Commission came before this committee and asked, they wanted amendment of the law so that they can do the prosecution themselves.
The constitution of any country is the supreme law. There is no any other law that can go against the constitution. Then will the act be superior to the constitution? That's my question. Because it will then be an act, it will not be the constitution. And again, under what circumstances can you then give those powers to another body? And does it mean that we are going back before 2010 so that we are saying an investigator then must then prosecute? So what will happen finally? Will you then abolish the office of the DPP because then all investigative agencies must get powers? All of them. There is none that doesn't want. And you know what will happen to Kenyans after that. It is this same Senate or Parliament that will come crying that we need a mistake, that we need to amend. Because the same politicians are the ones who will be a target.
Muripote lita ya TV kurwa magacha manene yebunge, marita ne Josephat Makura Muracha.
Bemono sana Josephat Makura Muracha togotikana nayo tokwenda soro botironde. Mwega Bosire chisemi mensi ya Kenya gosensengi mokoro kuna Safe School Declaration igolitukolia lero kolekana asomo chioma na Nairobi. Kora wamono mawaziri wechisemi mensi ya Kenya Julius Migosio gamba na begomo Prime Cabinet Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi na begaba bwatane bande ba African Union amana United Nations nigo bakwanira eganga yabo hibo bwate okine chisemi mensi ya Kenya.
Muriketo Frank Mayunga no roboti urwaso wime.
Omwaziri chisemi mensi ya Kenya Musika Julius Migosio gamba ngoli tukadero aromo iga 25 oyokoro Safe Schools Declaration ime mochamano Nairobi era kugendera wesire chisemi ime yensete ya Kenya. Kaukwana Migosio niga baragana bwate nabo kura ase ensengima asate abuna nigo ogochokwamo okaretera okoba barokia chingichinyora ora samasomo abarokia nabo igo koretera obokorero bya ase masomo nabo igo koreta omarembe ase chiskuru.
Commitment is only powerful if it translates into protection, and action is only meaningful if it safeguards the future of our children. In Kenya, we are working tirelessly to interpret the principles of the Safe Schools Declaration across our education and security frameworks. We recognize that insecurity disrupts learning, and therefore we are strengthening inter-ministerial coordination to reduce risks to learners, teachers, and the school's infrastructure.
Hawatu nebo nigo bane kiago tinga isemi msi Kenya wikera somaka wichibere na mragitona ibere ase kwena na bokorero bya nabo igo hosira kerekagane twe ase skoro ere wikera na iganga yabo buna ebyama.
Our goal, of course, in this conference is both very clear and very accurate: to strengthen the protection of education by 2030 through a common action plan to accelerate implementation of Safe Schools Declaration and ensure that all attacks on education are met with accountability, not silence. today, even as we come together to assess where we stand, and we bold to confront the gaps that remain in this very important subject.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi nego kerana somo yo ase akwandira omugwesi ya Kenya yegwatna watna abo ero konyora Osero wesene abe kubatara no kuya ero kutinya semina bigo abakorero bya ase ensengima.
The government is enhancing teacher preparedness for crisis situations, strengthening psychosocial support, and ensuring continued access to learning in conflict-affected areas of counties. Hosting this fifth conference demonstrates Kenya's commitment not just to share in global protection strategies, but to actively advance it. It is a significant milestone that the Safe Schools Declaration has been endorsed and supported by global leadership, including the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, who has emphasized that the right to education must never be suspended, even in war.
Kwa reportera Eta TV, Ninche Franklin Mayunga.
Korwa sechi wasoli bono etimu yenkoyo ya Kenya Harambee Starlets nigo balime yense Algeria abwa sere yange asikemina no kilitukolia ankyo ne timu ya Algeria yo emanyikaine buna the Phoenix nigo kerabe kemina no kyotie mana chinguru egaro Starlets bagende to koyaligania a 7 no biyenkoyo korwa African wase bya Wafcon.
Abagosoria ba Kenya nigo babwa togo semeria kugochia kurikia machiwa maya a 6 nikyo.
Mood kwa camp iko poa na tuko well prepared kuenda kucheza na Algeria on Wednesday na najua tutashinda. Mafan pia nawaambia mtu support kwa TV, hata kama mtakuwa pia mtu support sana, tuko na nyinyi na tutawaangusha.
Ifrele tunaenda kucheza, tunaenda kujituma kama mimi. Tunataka kuja na results. Mafans waendelee tu kushabiki, kwa pamoja na sisi, tutajituma vizuri.
Ekemina no gatia Kenya na Ethiopia kiokero beire ko soli kwa lituko ya Alhamis nigo bano giasukiwe ko gosego kolekana lituko lya ankyo.
Junior Stars nigo ba nyengesete South Sudan abo igoro ime ya Ethiopia chigori bere asenoti ekarba bwato kwege na buna ankyo mbanyoro bubu ya sekemina nikyo kerabe kyomweryo ase group entangania karaba bege tomokia abo kwerigeria tigiti yoko gosoria Afcon.
The boys are in a way that they can commit mistakes and again rectify them by defending well. Then it's a good one. Though today I can't say it was the best of the best from the Kenyan team. Yes, we won the game, but we had the fight, though today it didn't happen like we were planning to. Looking at how the games are structured, because we play today in less than 24 hours, again we'll be playing Ethiopia. It's based on how they can recover well. And basically I mean physically, because lots of games I will say have been using the same people, so I'll have to see how I can make them rest well. Then again it goes to the mentality, because now it's the knockout stage, 90 minutes for everyone, so whoever gives the match needed, because we might be equal in tactics, but whoever has the strong mentality will emerge. Ethiopia a very strong side, a side that possesses the top scorer of the tournament, a side that has the home-based fans basically backing them. For us, it's actually to try and present ourselves for a good play, whereby we need to remain well disciplined, actually tactically, for us to try to contain them. They have good runners, physically they are better, and being the fact that the 12th man will be pushing them, it means that if you are going to contain them by very good ball circulation, then again it is going to be a good game to watch. But I think it's a game to watch. I want to see whether from their side they are also going to rest people. It's something that we want to see if both teams are going to rest players. But eventually, whoever will be given an opportunity has to try and stand up for it.
Na gukorera bono mwancho morigereria biminano kianda bya UEFA Champions League nigo bikoba sori bwo butko bwa rero ACVT ao kati yabo nigo Chelsea bako yarigania Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund nigo bako yarigania Villarreal ase wasori iyo
asegeti ya Etihad nigo Manchester City barasigikanye na Bayer Leverkusen ekero Napoli bako gosoria na Karabag asegati biminano byo butko bwa rero.
Nara itwanya kabato kwarigereria Ekemanyererio Jumanne Chinsa Ibere mwanchumo rigereria kolende nyuranga sike kagitali determined twali nkwana amo no mweshimiwo nyara kabaka kasi studio kukwandira ne mono manganali yakolekana se county ya Nyamira igoro yokurusi wa bisiko mugaba na mosiko yalibo na ninki bono ke ushinyara kabaka yakolekana na bego siasa che county ya Nyamira kwa ujumla tutalikuwa bali agenda takolekana imense ya Kenya kolenda yonsi na se kagitali getambe
tere libageri ko bakira ngambia mwana bali mwesi mugendera tagotugereria korwase Chinsinyo aondo chirega Charles Luanga watabana tugirite korwa chisemo chiria chia Nyamira Kenyerere basement no murugyo ye Jacqueline Kwamboka bagotabana bari mena abana bamwe abo bonsi Dominic Omondi nera watabana tubwate buyapi na mwaye Josie Mpako Mwerio umusorwege susukoro na Kuru City Nyangoto Mari nabayigo Jared Abuga Gika Kuru Kiambu abunegati abali bagenderete go torigereria nabali monstu abwatira nato ko Ibere Everlyne Osero Joshua Uta neruko yeretera sensemo Imanyererio
Nanchiri gonkoro kwa Eric Bosire tobwatene na bana wa Joseph Mokogoti korwa sensemo each camera mo director we Ekemanyererio Jumanne nigalinge Ven Moriango taliko mweba Jackson Nyakoya oyolenga sensemelia ya mitandao wose digital toskale